Tired of going down the black hole of grant research, only to become dizzy and confused? Don't know where or how to start? Looking to get into the grant profession? Need answers. What's true? And what's myth? How can I find a grant writer? Well, I'm glad you asked. Lady Grant Scribes started our podcast to be able to answer all your questions, to be your personal teachers and guides on what to do and how to do. We're going to give you all the secrets. That's right, all of the grant writers' secrets. We're taking you behind the veil. The Lady Grant Scribes are here at your service. Hey guys, you tune in with Lexi and Britt, your wonderful host with Lady Grant Scribes. We're in the building. Guess we didn't start off how like we usually do because this is a short-lived podcast this episode. This special episode was inspired by one of our admin listeners and fans of Lady Grant Scribes. And they're entrepreneurs that have an LLC. And he wanted to know, hey, do you guys do grants for or know anything about grants for businesses, LLCs? And is that possible? And I heard you say you're going to be talking about contracts later. Some of those businesses out here are hurting. So can you talk a little bit about it? So sure we can, because Lady Scribes are at the what, Brittney? We at the rescue. These people are being scribed.
Yes, we are, we're putting on our superhero banner as well as what we do as Lady Grant Scribes, as grant writers, as consultants, just to give you the, we take you behind the veil, unveiling those things that people always seem to say right when you get the information, or you're almost about to get it. Oh, tune in next week. And it's like, no, I want it now. So
your audacity to not release this info
that we really hate. We just, you're spending your time with us. We want to give you what you came here for, not a bunch of filler, and hope that you'll tune in next time to see how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Yeah,
my Matrix fans, that's not snubbing you, but I mean, we got to give it to you right now.
Right. So guys, like we said, this episode is going to be short-lived. We just want to tap on a little bit, and you're our fans, and if you request it, we're going to put that out there. So that's just tidbits to you guys, stuff you want to know. We're serious about it. Reach out to us. So we know that in this time, every business owner, like with COVID-19, took a hit. And so you guys are looking for businesses, ways to make money or to recover, to restart over. So our president has put in a stimulus packet where there are things to help minority businesses and small businesses as like a stimulus. And so, we have the PPP, we have the LDIL grants for SBA.
The EIDL.
Thank you. EIDL.
That got me too. I had to study for this session.
Yes, it always gets me,
guys. Studying paid off.
Yes, right? Like it always gets me. But there's grants out there for nonprofit organizations and LLCs, guys, for pandemic survival.
So yeah.
Right, and there's funding right now that's still available, like $1 trillion still there. Got 2 days left, guys, with that. So keep that in mind. Small business grants for 2021, free money for your business. One is EIDL, the PPP, and you can do that at your SBA, guys. Or you can do
the PPP. Sorry to cut in, but the PPP loans are forgivable for, because I get that question all the time. Are they? It's a loan. A loan equals payback. Is it forgivable? It is. PPP loans are forgivable, and it's going to be under the SBA loan is going to be 7 and in parentheses A. 7A loans, that's what it's going to be under.
Right. And so, guys, also that's because you got to do exactly what you said you was going to do with the funds. And then I think with your employees, you have to keep them on at least, I think it's 3 years. After you get the funding, don't quote me on it, go research it. But I know you have to keep them, once you get it, you have to keep them on a certain amount of time that they require so that it can be forgivable. Because if not, you have to pay it back. So is long, and there's certain requirements for you to follow, like Brittney was telling you, so you don't have to pay it back. And guys, please don't be out there hacking and letting people fill this stuff out for y'all and systems linked up, and then you in jail for fraud again. You know, I'm always your girl preaching the thing, because we have got people got themselves entangled and caught up. Because guess what? If you telling the government that you getting a $10,000 loan award amount, that means you told them you had $1 million in sales, and you're gonna have to prove that, and you can't go backtrack. So just something to think about, people.
Don't want to visit you in jail. What do we
right,
always
you can't say Junebug filled it out. That's okay. They ain't going after Junebug. You gave Junebug the info. They doing it on their behalf, because once it's in there, you saying you giving them permission to do it. So Junebug long gone in the wind with half or 3 or 10%, and you locked up. So guys, another thing is the shuttered venue operation grants. Is SHUTTERED venue operations grants. And then third, the Barstool Fund. Write that down. So I want y'all to research it, because this is free money out there for 2021. That you can apply for these grants, or just apply for this proposal, because some of them don't just ask for grants. You guys, these are things you can write yourself, get your budget in line. Reach out to me and Brittney, grant writers, to help you get your budget, help you organize what your mission is with your business to pertain to what they're asking you on these applications. But some are just application with the proposal, and some are deadlines and more extensive as a grant. So the fourth one is the Knives Legitify Your Small Business Grant. And then 5 is GoFundMe Small Business Relief Fund. So in case you guys want to know, what is a business grant? A grant is a financial assistance that is given to a person, business, nonprofit, or corporation for federal, states, or local governments, or provide businesses or corporations. There are a number of companies, nonprofits, and government agency providing essential free money to small business owners in the form of a small business grant, guys. So you want to do your research on small business grants. And the best part, grants do not require repayment of any kind. And you already know that. So guys, when you're thinking about these grants as business owners, as LLCs, grants can be formed to target business base on a variety of factors, including, because there's going to be a lot for startup minority businesses. Women, if you're a women-owned business, you fall in the category as a minority owned business. If you guys didn't know that, that's a little heads up. Specific for profit businesses as well as non-profit organization. You can have veteran-owned businesses, grants for women, and more. So right now we do see a rise for LLCs if you are veterans, if you're a veteran business, if you're a woman-owned business, if you're a minority business. So like, just in case if there's women grants out there for women businesses, LLCs, then yeah, you can go after that. But women, if you're not a minority, by definition, in a sense, and you see a grant for minorities, you can still apply, because women also by law falls under minority category. So just that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, don't discount it. Don't be like, oh, I'm not a minority, but I'm a woman, but I just don't qualify, because you do.
So guys, when you pull all these grants together, it can be a lump sum. Some of them are small as $1,000. Some can range up to $50,000, guys, or $100,000. Is there certain foundations that are like philanthropy? When we told you about philanthropists having a set call, some people have organizations or foundations just for that, just to fund youth groups or to fund scientific projects or cancer research. So, and it doesn't matter if you are a LLC or a nonprofit. So look out for some of those foundations where it doesn't matter. Amber is one that supports women businesses as well as nonprofits, and they do a lot of stuff sometimes with like any women business and youth. So that's something to look out for.
There was another one too, but I can't put my finger on it right now.
And so, okay, so the Shutter Venture Operation Grant, guys, has closed, but the SBA says that it will open the program for supplemental SBOGs for 50% of the original award amount, capped at a total of $10 million. So, guys, there's a lot of money out there. So those eligible businesses include live venue operators or promoters, theatrical producers. So if you in the arts, live performing arts organization operation, relevant museum operators, zoos, aquarium, motion picture theater operators, or talent representatives. So if you like represent talent and you're looking for funding for them or organizations, or if you are artists, and you perform and you promoting that, this grant is for you. See, a lot of people don't know. You gotta look.
Also, I did find that grant that that's like or equivalent to the Amber Grant. It's called the Freed Fellowship Grant, and it's one where it's for everyone, but I believe it's for yeah, it's for everyone regardless of color. It's for everyone.
Okay, so yeah, that's a good tip. See, we and Brittney is just laying it out. So the Barstool Fund that I told you guys about, another noteworthy is like COVID-19 relief grant. Is sponsored by Barstool Sports. The fund has an ongoing crowdfunding campaign to raise funds for eligible businesses that apply. This is not a set grant amount, but a recent business received $9,000. Okay. And so GoFundMe Small Business Relief. Your business may receive a matching grant when you raise $500 through your own GoFundMe campaign. So that's like they're helping you with COVID-19 relief. So if you at least raise like $500 in your campaign, they'll help match it. And so the FISERV Back to Business Grant, entrepreneur opportunity for businesses, and they're awarding 10,000. Sorry guys, hold on one second.
Well, Alexis is
so I'm sorry guys, I'm back. So
okay.
It's a $10,000 grant is eligible for Black and minority owned businesses that have been impacted by COVID-19 and a result of recession. To be eligible, you got to be a minority owned business, be owned by an adult 18 or older, have revenue of less than 1 million annually, have fewer than 11 employees, be formed before January 1st of 2020, and be located in an eligible location, currently Oklahoma, Texas, and Detroit. So there you go. Sorry guys, but you got to be in Detroit, Oklahoma, and Texas. And guys, there's so many. There's like the New York State COVID-19 pandemic. So just search pandemic relief grants and funds for LLCs. So
I will say this. So it's just like this sort of thing. If you have one business in Texas, for example, but the grant you're applying for is for New York, but you have a business in New York, you're eligible. Yes, your HQ may be in Texas, but you do have a business in that state that's a qualifying state. Now, depending on the funder, depending on who you know and who's able to, you know, who favors you, who sees you as like good in their eyes or whatever. They can say, oh, you're from the state of Texas, but you're not eligible for our grant in New York. Okay, well, we're going to pull some strings and make you eligible for our New York grant and just give you the funds because you live in Texas. It's all about, you know, it's about asking. Some of them are lenient like that. When it comes to your businesses, some of them are not. But you just have to, you know, ask. There's nothing wrong with asking. If they say no, thank them for their time. Take a graceful exit. Don't, you know, be polite. Just, you know, just let bygones be bygones. Just be polite about it.
Yep, that is so true. So guys, I just want you to keep in mind there's different grants that are out there. And something that Brittney brought up, like, it don't matter what state. Another thing for you guys that's going after the PPP, some of y'all say, hey, I'm not eligible because I haven't been in business long enough. But let's say you have a corporation, and let's say you have the business that was targeted under your corporation, then you can use your corporation years in business to help get that funding for the business that fit under. A lot of people don't know that because it's a C Corp. The C Corp house every other business underneath it. And so therefore, then you use that for your years of experience for your business. You say, hey, this, and then the business that's been affected. So yeah. So you can do it that way. A lot of people didn't know that, but you could do it that way.
Also, just for clarity, the different types of businesses that there are more, but these are the ones that I wrote down. LLC, single member LLC, S Corp, C Corp, just like Alexis mentioned, LLP, which is a limited liability partnership, a general partnership, PLLC. There's more, guys, but those are the ones that I'm speaking on now, because the list really goes on forever. But just to name a few, that's technically a business. So whatever your business is and corporation, whatever it is, you are most likely eligible for these grants, minority or not. And
even if you are a contractor, if you've been in that space as a teacher teaching or tutoring, or person that does taxes and they contract out their work, certain contractors you're eligible to, because they release that later on for like contractors. So check into that, guys. Everything has a time frame and deadline. You're still a business, you're your own independent, and you pay your taxes on it. So look into it as well.
Yep. So okay, is it shameless plug time? You let me know.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about the veterans one I shared, and then we're going to share our info. And guys, feel free to reach out to us. So to answer your question, to answer our viewers' question, yes, there are grants out there for LLCs. And if you're a contractor, 1099 contractors, and some funders will ask you to prove your business. Now they say, hey, give us your certification, your business license on certain things, and some might not ask and will not. But make sure your budget's together. Make sure your budget's together. Make sure that you have everything listed out that your business does. Like if it's helping kids, this is how you was affected. And this is how you will use this funds to either revamp yourself or add to the loss or hire more people in to do what you do also well. So keep that in mind. And those are the things that you want to keep in mind when you're filling out the grants, questions that they may ask you. Now, I went down some possible grants that's available. There's 6 private small business grants for COVID-19, the FedEx Small Business Grant Contest. They're the National Association for Self-Employment Growth Grants, good for growing businesses. And guys, if you want a list, so let's see if you if you listening to us, and if you want a copy of the list of these available grants that's available, you have to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as leave a review on our social media platforms for Lady Grant Scribe, and we'll send that over. And of course, email us and say, hey guys, here's proof that I liked and commented on your social media platform as YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And then you gotta screenshot that in an email and say, I would like the list, and then we'll send this list over to you guys. Okay. So it's time for that plug. So guys, I hope that answered your question. So I hope that answered all your questions. Yes, you can get funded. I listed some, and by you just being an animate listener to us, if you reach out to us via email at grantsbylexi@gmail.com, we will send you that info. But first, you got to make sure you like, leave a comment on Facebook, Instagram, as well as YouTube. Subscribe, guys, and yeah, tell us how we're doing, or what questions that you would like us to answer. Like we had one that asked us to talk about this. We're going to get more in depth on this as well. This is just touching the surface, because we know a lot of businesses, this is going to be helpful for you. Sorry, Brittney, it's that time. Shameless plug. It's that time.
Well, I'm not ashamed, but you know, they call it shameless plug.
I don't know why they call it that. It's just we giving this info out. We want you to follow. We tell you, stock us. We like stocking us as far as our business go at Lady Grant Scribes, so we can give you all the wonderful nuggets and gems.
Think about it. If you don't follow either Alexis on her pages, me on my pages as individuals, or our Lady Grant Scribes page, how are you gonna know all this? You won't. It just is not gonna happen. So yeah, we
not for the free.com, free low. Everybody's trying to get a buck, but I also know people trying to thrive and survive. And this is what we're here for. We are using our gifts and talents, and there's enough money to go around. If we're blessed and fortunate for you guys to come on and allow us to service you, we appreciate that. And if you don't, we still appreciate you and love on you. But sharing is caring, guys. So make sure you share this podcast as much as possible to people.
Share it, you know, and that's just our podcast, like all our social networks. Because like I said, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook and Instagram and all that good stuff. Even, you know, even our individual websites, even our Lady Grant Scribes website, our emails, stuff like that. All right, so here it goes. But before I give that away, I'm gonna give this away. So y'all have heard, if you have not heard because you've been living under a rock and you just tuning in, we have our accelerated grant workshop coming up on November 18th, 21 at 7 p.m. Central Time. Please adjust your clocks accordingly. So 8 o'clock for you all, that's Eastern Time, and 5 o'clock for you all, that's Pacific, and 6 o'clock for you all, that's Mountain.
Yes.
And 7 a.m. for those who live out there in China and Japan.
Brittney, you better break these time zones down and let them know. No excuse.
That cannot be helped. It's worse when I do military time. But just by the time zone alone, and what is it? It'll be 3 o'clock p.m. Hawaii time, 7 o'clock, 4-hour difference. So yeah, y'all find us. We are on Eventbrite. Like I always say, follow us on Eventbrite so you can know, because we will have monthly workshops. So there is one coming up next month in December. What date? We don't know. So if you want to know, you're going to follow us. Of course we know, but we're not going to tell you that until you follow us. So follow us on Eventbrite. You're gonna see our faces. It's Accelerated Grant Workshop. We'll let you know what we're doing. And like I said, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Adjust your clocks accordingly and internationally. You can find us on Instagram at Lady Grant Scribes Podcast. You can find us on Facebook at LGSP21. So facebook.com/LGSP21. So Lady Grant Scribes 21. We are on Twitter at Lady Scribes. We our email is ladygrantscribes@gmail.com. One more time for the people in the back, ladygrantscribes@gmail.com. And as far as me for Write the Vision Plainly, and that's pretty much going to be the letters. It's the first letter of each word for everything that's mine, just about. So Write the Vision Plainly, LLC. So on my Instagram and Facebook, I'm at WTVP LLC 20. On I'm that on on Instagram, or yeah, I just said that. Sorry. On my TikTok, it's just my name, Brittnei C. Leon, all spelled out, lowercase. On my YouTube channel is Write the Vision Plainly, or WTVP LLC. On and my email, if you want to book a consultation, you have questions, you have other things that you want to ask me, one-on-one booking, all that, WTVPLLC@gmail.com. And I have my LinkedIn. I don't have them memorized. I know that's sad, but I just got to be honest. So I have my personal one, my one for Write the Vision Plainly, and ours for Lady Grant Scribes, all on LinkedIn. So find us on LinkedIn, add us on LinkedIn, because that's where we're at. So if you want to know anything else that we do, our other events that we're dropping, anything else, if you want to listen to snippets of our podcast, follow us on our pages. And go ahead, Alexis.
Okay, so mine is Grants by Lexi at gmail.com, as well as my Facebook and Instagram is Grants by Lexi on Instagram and Facebook. That is GrantsBylexi on Facebook, Instagram, and Google. So Grants by Lexi at gmail.com. And you can find me on my website. If you have questions, guys, and want to book a consultation, please feel free. Again, you can do that at Lady Grant Scribes for either one of us, just to make it simple, at ladygrantscribes@gmail.com. But if you want to hit me up about contracts or business grants or business consulting as well, go to grantsbylexi.now, NOW.site, SITE. All right.
Oh, one last thing. I always forget to put my phone number. So my phone number to book your consultation, or if you have questions, or, you can even, I will accept you calling me for suggestions. Like, I don't mind that. Call me. So my business phone number is 346-291-4592. One more time, that's 346-291-4592. So yeah, we're available. We're ready. We really want to get this information out to you, for you. And another thing, we are adamant about meeting you at your budget. So if we have our prices that we have and it's out of price range, even if we do try to work something out and put you on a payment plan and you're saying, I still can't afford it, that's still too much, I'm sorry, I just can't. Well, we're still willing to meet you at your budget. I have my ebook. It's on my website. You sign up for it and it's an immediate download. It's an instant download, and you're going to get 2 ebooks. You're going to get 2. You're going to get 2.
Look,
Yes,
y'all better hear instant, and it's instant download, guys. Hurry up and
it's
get
for
that.
a limited. It's for a limited time. But you'll get the guide for the novice grant writer revised, which is a revision of the ebook that I did, the first one, because I put a little bit more details on the actual how, the juicy goodness part of how to get started as a grant writer. And then the next ebook I have also is a bundle. You get one and the other for free, which is from novice grant writer to business owner, how you can get 90 days to do what we do as a consultant, how to make sure that you know what it is that you're doing, firstly, to become a grant writer. That's what the revised book is for. And second, once you know that, once you have everything you need to get set up as a grant writer, now how to be a consultant. So yeah, get that. Like I said, limited time offer, guys, while supplies last.
Limited, because they're going like hotcakes, guys. People are downloading this book who want to know how to get into the game. We're going to be sharing more and doing workshops. But if you itching right now, which you should be, and you want to ante up and learn how you can get in this profession, go ahead and download this book. You won't regret it, guys. Go ahead and do what you have to do. And guys, I have a workbook. If you're starting up your nonprofit, confused in the sauce, don't know where to start and what to do, don't know if you structure your board properly so you can be grant ready, I have a workbook that actually tell you the 12 steps of starting a nonprofit, guys. It takes the fluff and guesswork out. I'm actually giving you documents, fill in the blanks, answering questions, and I also give you guys a free 30-minute consultation who purchased this book. And you can ask me any questions in any stage that you are in your nonprofit. But I tell you, write down the one that's most important to you. Now, if you guys want me and Brittney to review your stuff with this upcoming workshop, when you come to our workshop and you want us to review, because we're giving you all the nicks and crannies on this workshop, guys, how to fill in the blank on getting tax exempt and doing your articles of incorporation. So if you needing help and you just don't know, like, hey, I filled it out, because you're going to walk away actually having these forms filled out. We kid you not, we're walking you through it. But if you just kind of second guessing yourself and you want us to go over and review it, by all means, we'll love to do that for a small fee for those who actually signed up for the workshop. You get the discounted price because you signed up, and we want to see you win. But you guys can do that and hit us at Lady Grant Scribes and let us know that. So.
For to get the direct download, this is what I didn't mention, my bad, but the site is called grantebooks.now.site. So that I'll just need your name and your email, and it's an immediate download to your phone or your computer. But yeah, that website once again is Grant Ebooks, plural, at .now.site. grantebooks.now.site. See, y'all knew this. It's coming out. It's coming out.
Yes, you got this, guys. We were excited. We pumped. We know we may sound low in energy, but we have been working hard in the paint for our entrepreneurs out there that is striving, and our go-getters out there that is changing the world, superheroes with nonprofit organizations. We are out there helping you guys navigate the world and get these fundings that you need. So we want to say thank you. I want to say a shout out to all my clients. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for my potential clients that shall come. I'm thankful for you that's on the way, and those who have conversed with me in some form or way or touched through my path. I hope the wisdom and knowledge that I imported or was able to help you in some form and fashion to get you on the right path of your journey of wealth building and entrepreneurship. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Don't take it lightly.
I give that same shout out to my audience as well, my clients, my potential clients, the people that I network with, the people that I'm collaborating with as we speak. Humble thank you. And also, guys, Also my ebook, I failed to mention that sometimes it takes Alexis to say what's in hers for me to remember what's in mine, but I also
Likewise. That's why two make the dream work.
I also have templates and structure, and I even in the guide for the novice grant writer revised, I even tell you how many sentences should be in, like, whenever you're doing the components, and that's something we did touch on, but that's also in my ebook in a previous podcast. But I go over and let you know how many sentences should be in each spot, because I know some of the newbies out there. I was in your shoes when they would say, oh, just put something, and I'm just like, oh, are you sure? Because I'm a novelist. I love to just write and write and write. But that's what was hurting me, because no one said, hey, make it 3 to 5 sentences or 5 to 7 max. Don't go over 10 sentences. Or there's a 2,000 word cap or a 2,000 character cap that you need to be at or below. So yeah, just I give those helpful tips and hints in there as well. But yeah, guys, we're anything else you have to say, Alexis, before we sign off?
Nope, that's it, guys. So
This has been Lady Grant Scribes. We are signing off, and we will see you in the next episode. But keep contact with us. Find us, like I said, follow us on each site. All our links will be in the description post below. If not on this podcast, then definitely on our other social media sites. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. And we'll see you in the next one, guys.
Yes, guys, stock us. All right, bye. Peace out. You've been scribed by Lady Grant Scribes.
Tune in every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.